Going live, going live, going live. Cool. It looks like I'm live. And I've got the very pixelated thing. Yep, all I'm going to be doing for this stream, but I haven't done a lot of streaming on this channel and I'm just trying other stuff, is that I am just going to practice and that's all I'm going to do. So hopefully this will work. So I'm going to try, let's see. I'm going to try Cornucopia, one of the songs I wrote recently. Going to see if that will work with this. So looks like it's going to be coming out there, so you should be able to hear it and should be able to hear me going live. I won't be able to see anything into the chat until I stop and have a gander. Cool, let's go. 3, 4. Restart that because I can't hear the backing track and I'm a little bit loud for my liking. After all, this is practice and not performance. So I'm going to try that again. 2, 3, 4. Cool. I'll see if anyone's actually in the thing. Anyone here? No one's here. Hey, there's one person's come up. After one person's watching, all I'm doing is practicing other stuff. Let's think. Where is it? I have to use the backing tracks that I have for what's it called? Ultimate Guitar. I can find it. Bloody Roots. This is one of the songs my band plays. I just have to remember which guitar parts to mute. Oh, this one. So it should be fine. This ought to be interesting. Play it live as a band, but I haven't seen this backing track in a while. Let's see what happens. Pretty cool. Go. And that's one of the songs my band plays. Yeah, no, I see a guy came in, and he left. Fair enough. I'm not being particularly interesting now, am I? but it is doing what I'm doing, which is practicing band songs. Oh, no, I shouldn't practice that just yet. What's another song of ours? A Plumber, which I think a lot of people are looking forward to inside the band and outside the band. People are looking forward to Plumber the most just due to the riff that I wrote. Now I just need to remember which track I need soloed. I'll solo the top track and I'll just play along with that. Oh, not solo, mute. That's what's there for like ages. one's joined in. No one's still watching. No one's commented. No one's done anything. You slimy bastards. You smell. You all smell. Okay. I mean, I could show up something I've been writing. This is definitely hard for me to play. But this is something I've written, starting right. I'm calling it utu, which is the Māori word for revenge. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really here, I need to practice that more. Oh, no, that is hard. Oh, dear. That riff. It's not, I don't know. That's inspired by Metal Ocalypse. What's it? The song Hatred Copter, just that rhythm. And it does have a similar riff, but they're in drop C and not drop B. But it's, and it's just hard to get the timing because everything about that is syncopated, which is very, very hard. That's why that other riff, I like this. If I just play the section by itself, so without, what's it called, only guitars and everything else. It's just very weird harmonies. I mean, that's just a minor. Well, it would actually be what's it called? Not it would be temps. Yeah, that's just temps, so just minor thirds. But then this is going over. It's going into sixth territory, which is really funky. I love it. Like, it's not really out there crazy, but six is a harmony that you rarely ever hear in music. I love this. Like, it is just something you rarely ever hear, which is why I wrote it in this particular thing. But if anyone's still watching, or if anyone is watching, let's have a look. No one's watching. Yeah, I freaking love this sort of stuff. I love those type of harmonies. Yeah, what's another song our band does? Oh, actually, this is the song that I want to get better at. There's this song is called Bob and Virgin, which yeah, it's filled with heaps of racist reference. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that was fast. I don't know. Was anyone listening? Oh, let's just assume that people in the future are listening, because that's always a nice thought. Anyhow, so you obviously know the first thing, what that comes from, the whole... Right? But if anyone else knows any of the other references, the main riff is based off of that, but then I did a bit of China Girl, David Bowie, the whole... Oh, hold up. Where his riff was... Right? Then the next one was, of course, riff saying the Vapors, and they used of And I went. A little bit different. The next one was actually a reference to a song called Policeman Fuck by Maximum Hormone, where they go. So all I did was just change it into triplets, go. Now the next one is subtle. I'm just going to play this, and if anyone can tell me what it is, that would be great. I better unmute this, and I won't play along. If anyone tells me what this simple melody is. Now, it sounds very polyrhythmic, and argumentatively it is. That's a rhythm called African Bow, which is... And it's a rhythm that you're supposed to play over 12/8, or you can do it over 6/4, depending on your mood. Since my song is completely in triplets, it still works the same since 4/4 in 12 and triplets is just measures of 12, right? Well, beats in 12. So that's going to be interesting to play because the rest of the band's going to be tough, and I'll just be going. Right. Yeah. Any other reference? Oh, that's right. That bridge that I fucked up massively. This breakdown. The riff is supposed to be I forget the name of it, but my mate wanted me to reference it, so I did for the breakdown. It was cool. Anyhow, what other songs do we have? I want to go to auto rip pretty micro. Ooh. Oh yeah, this song. This is one that I want to do for later, but we just haven't got around to it. It's a very dissonant song. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of fun. I'll do this, and I think I'll call it there because... No, someone is in here. Hello, the person. You went. He came back. Well, someone came back. Hello, person. Hello. Welcome to Strom. Just playing one of the songs that I have, and then I'm just going to call it since I have other things to do. This is something called Babe in the Filth, which I want my lyricist to write something for. So let's see how this goes. I haven't played this in a while. As you can tell, it's been a while since those notes freaking sucked. Might be distorting a bit on your end because it's distorting for me. Yeah. Nice to see. Hey, we've got 2 people. 2 people watching. Hello. 1 person watching. Goodbye. Do you want to say anything, mate? I'm about to hop off. Hello or anything? Should be a chat here. I was back 2 people. Hello, peoples. About to head off of here, but if you want to say g'day, just say it now. What guitar is this? Oh, this is interesting. I bought this guitar secondhand, right? It's called Artist. They are in the North Island of New Zealand, which is really interesting because, well, I just bought it because it's cheap. It cost me $3.50. Sounds all right with this. And it looks like the one that you just got. Is it the same brand? Artist? I mean, if I come... Actually, am I able to come out a wee bit? Yeah. I'll admit, it's not the most original design for a guitar, but it works. So that's the main thing. And there was a guy called Alan Farrow who I serviced it through. Probably not. I am a beginner. It's always a good thing to start off with, mate. Hey, there's more people coming in. Oh, that's cool. Was about to head off, but I don't mind chatting for a wee bit if people just want to know anything or just have a bit of fun. Yeah, I play guitar. I do have lots of instruments. What else there to chat about? I mean, who was listening to the songs before? What do people think? Oi! That is a song. Oi, oi, oi by the Cockney Rejects, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what is there to talk about? I play metal in a band. Can you play Money for Nothing? I cannot. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's look up Money for Nothing and see if I can play it. We go by the... what's it? We'll go for an Ultimate Guitar Pro tab. Like, here's the main thing. I don't want to get copyright strikes, so I am going to have to... what's it called? Go a particularly interesting route. Because the main thing we want is just the riff, don't we? We want that riff. I know the one, I can't really hum it. Tab. Yeah, let's just go with tab. So. Oh God, I can't barely remember it now. I know how it's supposed to sound, but actually, yeah. Since this is just a tab and not a someone's ultimate guitar thing. A bit of advice if you are a beginner player. Ultimate Guitar is very good for a reference guide, but not absolute truth. Try using your own ears and seeing if it's correct. After all, these are all fan submissions, and they could be slightly wrong. Intro. Yeah, that one's got enough upvotes. Also, you can usually tell something's kind of correct with the number of upvotes towards it. Yeah. That's what I said. What's your name? And how long have you had your guitar for, Jesse? If you're still in the chat. Right, so you've had it a negative time. Do you have any other guitars at home, or is it just a 7-string that's coming in the mail and you're just waiting for it to come in? So we'll go back to that. Play it off of here. Listen. Yeah, it is kind of what it is. That sounded horrendous though with the bass that added on this, but that definitely does sound like the guitar riff. So solo that. There is some little bits missing in there. It's just it doesn't sound quite right. Sorry, mine's a 6 string, but should have come in. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is the only 7 string I have. The rest of my guitars are 6 string. Yeah, how many guitars do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bass, and a violin, and not a violin, ukulele. Nothing wrong with 6 string.
Especially if you're going to be learning in the beginning. Like, I mean, what music are you writing?
I also teach music on the side, so if you got any random ass questions, go for your life. Like, I can't really tell you anything about lessons and how to start as a beginner without, the instrument in hand. But just any other little bits you want to know, just ask away. While you do that, I'm going to learn. So, alright, it's working around the D minor 7. Go back to that. Oh, what will I be playing? I've been playing for the majority of it, so now I'm just chatting with the people that are in here. And if you got any requests or anything like that. What's starting songs right away, or should I go back? In the beginning, there's no really right way or a wrong way to do it. When I teach, I like teaching ideas with context. So, for example, if I was just teaching the basic C major chord, and if C major to, I don't know, E major to A minor, I would bring it back to a song. There's an interesting artist by the name of Marlon Williams he's a local guy here, but he's gotten some fame elsewhere. He's a country star, and he uses that type of progression, just going, right? So there's not really a right or a wrong place to start. The best place to do is just learn you can refer to it as the cage system. Learn the cage system, learn the chords of it, which is just C, A, G, E, and D, because the rest of the chords in the music world relate back to those. There is no such thing as right and wrong when it comes to music. And if I had to give any advice, you got guitar tutorials on YouTube, and most of them are fantastic, but there's nothing that can beat a one-on-one interaction, because a video can't tell you all the bad habits. Actually, here's an example. I had a really bad habit when I was, how long ago? 2019, when I've been playing guitar for over 10 years, I still had a bad habit that an old guitar tutor told me about, which was this. The bad habit is that my pinky is now in behind my hand, where it's useless there, where I actually had to learn to put it there just so I could use it, something like, right? Yeah, no such thing as right and wrong. There's no wrong place to start, but as long as you start, get familiar, and find someone who can give you lessons, because that one-on-one interaction is very important as a musician. As for the other thing, South Ferry, what will I be playing? Yeah. If someone wants something for me to play, go for your life, just ask. Gotten those are great tips. Yeah. I mean, everyone has their own advice. I mean, if you got your own advice, you should go. Oh, cheer, mate. Most of the time I'm posting just asinine stuff, but I really do want to talk to people more and actually have this sort of interactivity, because I love music and I love talking to people. Yeah. There won't be really any guitar advice that I can give you, though, unless it's these things where you can actually ask me directly. I don't know. What can I play? What can I learn? What do people want to know? Oh, yeah. I can actually agree with that to an extent. Like, I was self-taught for the majority of my music history. Like, I went in 2019, I studied music at a place in Christchurch, New Zealand, right? and from that point I was self-taught. But then a person who's been playing guitar, I think he's like, was about 65 at the time, so he'd be 70 now. He picked up on just little habits of mine that I didn't even realize. So it's like yes and no. I reckon in the beginning you could forego lessons for a wee while just so you can get familiar and find what you like, but just for little niggly things like that. Like having my pinky behind my fretboard was definitely a no-no, which was weird because I would also play melodies with my pinky up, but as soon as I play that chord, pinky gone. But I don't. But is it Jedro or what is? How do you pronounce your name? You are. I do believe that you are also right. After all, in music, I don't think there's such thing as right and wrong, just dumb and smart, or smart and slightly smarter. It's pronounced Jared. Ah, gotcha, mate. Yeah. Another thing. I mean, other than that, if you had to learn some beginner songs, nothing wrong with a bit of punk stuff. Actually, I should switch out guitars because you'll be learning on if you are learning on a 6-string, you're better off with a 6-string. I love this one. This is my Ibanez. Actually, I brought this when I started studying, which is cool. If you're going to learn some punk stuff, it's something like, what could I say? If you had to slow it down, learn Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones. Like, you don't have to get all the techniques in and even do it right. Just be like, straighten it out and just have a bit of fun with that. Like, it's all about finding your groove first and not worrying too much about the fine details in the beginning, though the fine details will come later, if that makes sense. I don't know. What are some other good songs if you're playing as a beginner guitarist? I think, what's it called? Button to Button? Another Button to Button to... That is a really good song. Like, you cannot like the White Stripes, but you got to admit, they wrote some pretty easy and good to learn riffs, especially if you're starting out. I don't know. Any other songs? What are some other songs that are really good as a beginner? What's my favorite song? Oh, that's a good question. Favorite song. Because I like a lot of random music. Actually, no, this is hard. I mean, a song I've been listening to a lot recently is, what's it called? A Dub by Mr. Bungle, but that is a very hard song. Just from hearing it, I would love to learn the bass from it, but I'd have to sit down and actually spend some time doing it. Favorite song? Big fan of System of a Down, and I mean, there's a lot of System of a Down riffs, like, what's it called? It's Chicken Stew to Whole. I'm bugging that one up, but yeah, that's one song I like. What else do I listen to? I've been listening to a lot of Corns. If you put on the effect, yeah, stuff like that. I love a lot of new metal. Like I'm 32, so that's what the stuff I was growing up listening to. Like, it was all over the Rock radio station, which is a radio station in New Zealand. That and there's a song by what's it called? Animal I Become in 3 Days Isn't That Bad. Do you think I could play it as a beginner? I haven't heard. I actually can't think of the song. I do like 3 Days Grace, but I'm very more about like the A sides and the thing they did with Apocalyptica. Now, and Jared, I did see, what's it called? the thing about Coheed and Cambria. Yeah. What's another? There was another Coheed and Cambria song, a really easy riff. Feathers off of, what's it? The No World for Tomorrow. The whole, what's it? And I love that riff. And what's it? This is definitely not a beginner riff, but what's it called? Mother Superior. The whole. Yeah, I'd had to have a listen to that song. Oh, gee, mate. Oh, yeah. If I don't know what to call 3 Days Grace. Would they be? I'd call them more of a rock band over a punk band, but they just had that punk edge. Like, there's nothing wrong with sitting down and having to listen to it and finding the bits that you can play. Like, I was like that in the beginning when I was learning how to play guitar, which is the first full song I learned how to play was Bounce by System of a Down, but I could only learn like small riffs. Like, the first thing I ever learned was, what's it, Black Magic Woman, what's it, Satana, the whole. And it wasn't even sounding that good. It would have been just like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do love Coheed and Cambria. I mean. I wish I knew the third part. Yeah. Man, any other questions would be cool. So let's think. I mean, what other music do I love? I love ska music, preferably a bit of the OG and the British invasion. I do listen to a bit of the what's it called? I'd call it the 90s skate park, skate punk sort of ska. But I love ska. The whole what's it going like. Yeah. That's it. I mean, I would love to listen to that song just in my own time. I'd prefer not to do it now because, as I said, I don't want this video to get demonetized. Like, I'm not even monetized, and if this video has any sort of success or randomly for no reason, I would prefer to have it not get flagged for copyright. So I'll have a listen to that later. But yeah, all I'm going to say with stuff like that is just have a listen, see what you can do. Do you know Welcome Home? Not the full of it. Just that little bit I know because I think I was just jamming around the whole E flat minor. And I think I would have done something like that, go. And then like, oh shit, that's what the intro to Welcome Home. Where's the rest of the notes? That's what I would have done. That's honestly how I find a lot of riffs accidentally, because when I'm writing, I jam and I just try to find what sounds good, and then I end up finding stuff out. I could learn Welcome Home, but again, that would have to be my own time. They're prog rock is the best way to describe it. I'm not even too sure anymore, to be honest. Let's see. What else is going on? And the other bands are like, I'm actually a big fan of Cradle of Filth. Like, if you don't like Danny Filth's Banshee Screams, that's all right. But if you have a look at his lyrics, they're like, holy crap, how did you write this? I mean, I find it funny. He's this amazing artist that's written really interesting things, but he also wrote Temptation. If you ever listen to that song, it's just like, ugh. I think. I don't know. I don't think there is anything else to talk about. I wouldn't mind getting off of here. I've got some other stuff to do. Songs to register on a thing called APRA. Like, I don't know if people are from, where anyone's from. I'm from New Zealand, and there's this thing called APRA. It's a website where you can register your songs, and it really helps with copyright. I need to get onto there and do stuff there. But anyhow, Yeah, thank you for chatting with me for the latter part of this, and I hope you all have a great day.